Hey guys, so I have a few things to update on. One is, excuse me, my sister and I went and got our nails done for her birthday. So I did like a little Halloween set. Hers is a cute purple. Anyways, that's not like the main reason I wanted to get on here. However, I did want to mention that I got a few new piercings and have done a lot of things over the last couple weeks. So I got my rook done. I did all my hair blue. I don't know how well we can see it right now, but it's fine. I actually, Saturday on the 23rd, got the other side of my nose. I changed this, but these are a little bit too big, so I think I'm gonna go back in and change them. He changed this, so this is a little bit bigger and more shiny, even though it's a little irritating up under, but it's fine. So my ex-boyfriend that I talked about back in like March, maybe June, I don't know. It was around that time frame. Actually, I think it was back in June. When he was still here back in January and February, it was a long time before I watched the movies again. And so he actually wanted to watch movies 1, 2, and 3 with me of How to Train Your Dragon. And when he left in March, I couldn't watch it. Hell, I haven't been able to watch that for a long time. And it was really hard for me because that was one of the things I've loved since it first came back. Like it first was out in 2010. And I actually have a tattoo scheduled of Toothless on the 20th of November. So I haven't been able to watch it in a really, really, really long time. And it was something I used to watch all the time. So that was really hard for me. I'd say about 2 or 3 days ago, I started the little series on Netflix. I'm actually on season 3, episode 6. So it's the Race to the Edge one. And I'm sitting here starting to tear up some, again, because it's been a really, really, really long time. So, like, I forget some of the things that happen. And I'm sitting here crying over the end of last episode. And the more and more I think about it, like, I don't know how many of you know it or have watched it, but I personally, because like I know people want relationships based off some of other people. Like I want something like my mom and dad has, but like I also want something that Hiccup and Astrid have. Listen. This show has helped me a lot. It's made me a big part of who I am in a lot of different ways. And those two are like the biggest characters for me, minus the other than the dragons. So I don't know. It's just, I'm sitting here crying thinking about it because just when I thought for a second I was ready to move on, because I posted actually some of the latest videos I posted, my hair was braided. I don't know if you guys know it because I don't know if I've posted something since, but I put on TikTok something about how I was feeling good and I'm finally feeling free and I'm working on self-care and self-love. But then I realize and I start to sit and think, like, I don't think I am. Like, I've tried to talk to people. I've been, I went back on dating apps, and I have new people on Snapchat that I've been talking to, but like, I don't think I'm as ready as much as I thought I was. And I'm realizing, watching some of this back, like, again, how lonely I feel. So I'm not sure what exactly that is about. And it's really hard. I'm really struggling. I was doing good for a while. I was feeling good. And my sister and I had a conversation last night about something I'm not going to speak on. One, it's not my place. Two, I'm not allowed to say. But it was a really hard conversation to have. And part of me just wants to talk about it, because, like, not necessarily with him about exactly what was going on, but like some of the things I told him from myself, he's been able to help me through. So like, if I don't know. Like, I thought after that phone call last month, because I had to call him with my new number to get him to take my card off of his Amazon Prime so I wouldn't get charged for it, because I did. I thought I had closure, even though he was saying all these things about how he was thinking of me and that he missed me and all this shit, which I kind of found hard to believe anyways, but because, I've known him to be a liar, so, but I don't know. I thought I had closure, and I thought I was ready, but the more I think about it, I'm not so sure. Like, this guy I met a couple days ago. So far, he seems great. We have some of the same interests, some of the same values, I guess you would say. He's a horse person, and he's big with family and likes to do game nights and all this shit. He sounds like a great person. But would he stay long enough till I'm actually ready? And I want to read more of my book. Just haven't really had the time. I don't know. I'm really struggling. But what else can you do? Part of me wants to talk to him one last time. Figure out why and how and what happened. But at the same time, it's not going to help. Because even though he could be saying something to convince me, to me, I would still think of it as a lie. And because I thought about this before, asking him, or like having a conversation with him and asking him why. Like, truth, no lies, no nothing, why? But would it really help? Or would it just hurt more? So that's why I never did. Even though part of me wonders, I know it's in my best interest not to. I don't know. I really need help. But I think I got kicked out of counseling because I missed my last appointment yet again. Because I still don't fucking sleep at night. Like, shit, right now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I have to be up early because I have to go to the doctor's and I'm trying to get overtime at work. And it's like, I'm struggling. I struggle with work too. And I've thought about quitting many times. I just don't know how much more I can handle of a lot of different things. But, I mean, I'm trying. I mean, that's really the best you could do, right? But I think, I mean, that's kind of why I want to meet more people. Get my mind off of it, not think of it as much. Because I'm at home a lot. I mean, I have a lot of time to myself. How when my sister comes in and we play games on my Xbox, I'm ready to fall asleep fairly quickly. When I'm by myself, I'm up for hours on end. I used to fall asleep, not quickly, but not slow like I am now, on my own way before I met him, because I've never had anybody stay. I was always kind of by myself, unless it was occasionally my cousin staying or Kenner sleeping in here a couple times. Like, that was that. But after having him here a month and a half the first time, and I want to say 7 months, 7 or 8 months. Yeah, 7 months. 7 months the second time. And I feel like that's where it gets me, is because I got so used to having somebody to cuddle with. And my dog doesn't really cuddle. So, not that that would help much anyways, because even when he does cuddle me, I don't fall asleep right away like I used to. When I'd have an actual person in bed. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying in any way that I want to get back with him, because the relationship was toxic. He was toxic, and I think that's what makes it so hard, is because I wasn't necessarily ready to let go, and he was. When he left, it was more or less his decision. Like, I didn't really get much of a say, because originally, before we had talked, back in March, before I drove him home, I was trying to slowly distance myself so it wouldn't hurt as bad. So when he left, it would only take me a couple months and I'd be back on track, being myself, being able to talk to people, find somebody else, and it didn't happen that way. And I think that's what is making it worse. I don't know. I just feel like I need help, and like I need somebody who has been in similar situations or a situation to be able to talk to me and help me through this because I'm struggling. I know my mom has. We've tried to talk about it, but it's not helping. Like, I don't know. I just want the feeling to go away. Like, I want to be okay. I want to be able to go to bed, watch the things I used to love to watch without having to sit here and think too much into it. Sorry. And literally, this took me months. This took me months to watch. Like, if you literally think about it, it's almost November, so it took me 10 months to go back to something that I used to love watching over and over and over again. Because it was something that I enjoyed and something that has helped me and shaped me. Something that I used to watch on my own and enjoy, I shared with him. And now it's hard. Like, I could sit here and watch Marvel movies all day. Even though that was something he showed me. But I enjoy them, and yeah, he showed me them, but it's not something I personally used to watch and then shared with him. Like, he was the first person I shared with within minutes of talking that was one of my favorite things to watch. That was one of my favorite series of all time. I never had told anybody anything like that off the bat. I was afraid to. And then with him, I just kind of gave up at that point and was like, fuck it. I'm just going to share it anyways because and like the more I think about too is when playing Call of Duty with my dad, I'm not as bad as what I think he made me feel that I was. Like, I used to do decent. I did good. And then the few times I had bad times or bad games, it was like I always felt like it was a bad thing. And then I remember slowing down on how I played just so he wouldn't get mad. I think that was another red flag that I saw and just kind of ignored. And he always would say that he wanted me to play with him and this and that. And I never told him, but that was kind of the reason I didn't want to. He almost would get pissed if I did it better than him. Like, yeah, we both played video games, I guess, all of our life, but I don't think he understands how much I actually played, how much I had actually learned, and how much I got used to playing games. And there was this one time, I never played Fortnite before until I met him. Well, there was this one time we were playing Fortnite, and mind you, I'm still new to the game. I don't know how to build and shoot and all that shit. At the time, I didn't anyways. I mean, now I'm not the greatest at it, but I'm better than what I was. Practice makes perfect, but I don't know if it was necessarily at me. Sometimes it definitely felt that way. But there were a few times that if we died or we lost or so, he would hang up the phone fairly quickly. And it would take him a minute to text me back or call me back. And there was a few times when he was here that he would put his headphones in. Mind you, he blasts his music, which that's not a problem because I do the same shit. My headphones are in, those bitches are all the way up. When I'm in my car, that shit's up. Like, I don't blame him for that. But what sucked was that there was no communication when playing, because I would try to talk to him and he wouldn't hear me. And he would give me signals like I could like see him, because mind you, his TV was like here, mine was here. So we were sitting like opposite ways. And like there was no communication, and when we would die, he would get mad. Like, that's not my fault. I try to communicate with you and you're not involving, if that kind of makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm just still a little hungover from Saturday night. Maybe I'm just being emotional because, girl issues. But maybe I'm just tired from lack of sleep. I don't know. I literally went from a couple updates to an emotional wreck. So, it was not my intention, but I do just want to talk to somebody, because if somebody sees this and they've been through the situation, I need some help, please. Like, I'm begging, I'm asking, because I am so close to calling him to get answers, and that's not what I want to do. And I get afraid to talk to people at home about it, because I'm trying to sit here and act like I'm okay. And I'm ready to move on, and I've forgotten about it all. So I don't make them upset by me being upset. But in the end, I'm currently just hurting myself. Anyways, I'm gonna try and get to my book sometime this week. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. I'm gonna also try and do a touch of a room tour this weekend or week, seeing, because it kind of just depends on what's going on. But for my ladies, I'm gonna do a touch of a skincare routine thing that I've been getting into. I think my sister said my skin was like complex or something. It's not really dry, but it's not really oily. So I figured I would get into that as well. I'm gonna try and do makeup looks for the fun of it as well. But like I said, I'll see what I can get into. I gotta get some overtime in at work, so I can get the little bit of money I owe left to my parents paid, bills paid off, and get some money set aside for the tattoo in my apartment. So I'll see what I can get figured out. I get off at 8:30, so hopefully I'll be able to do something when I get off, because I'm going to try and do my overtime in the morning. If you guys have any other video ideas or anything you want to see, let me know. As far as TikTok, if you want to follow that, the first one, I think it's Kianna, Kianna, and then I think it's 10185. I think that one's it. But I know the other one, because you'll be able to find it off my alternate account. That one I'm doing fun ones on. So if you do this one, and you can find my main, because I don't know why I know my second account better than I do my first, but my second account is Keke Baby 2029. So Keke Baby 2029. Don't ask me why I picked those numbers because I really have no clue. That's just kind of what I picked, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I guess that's it for tonight because it's also 3:20 and I really should be getting some kind of sleep because I have to get up early. So, good night, and I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you later.